Hello, welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. I hope this reading finds you happy and healthy and enjoying your journey to becoming more and more yourself. All right, let's look at the overall energy of this reading. The Page of Swords. Looks like you're inspired. You're learning something. Learning something new. So you're having to take one step at a time as the ideas come in, as you're learning. Looks like you're learning a new way of being after heartbreak, betrayal. Feels like a healing path that you're on. Taking those swords out of your own heart. Learning how to heal your heart. Learning, it feels like going forward, no longer accepting this type of betrayal. Looks like you've been dealing with a bully in your life. Maybe a lot of bullying energy. And it feels like you're fighting for this new beginning. Feels like you're fighting for your recovery. You're fighting for your heart healing. Feels like you're willing to learn and see things from a different vantage point, and that's what's helping you. Feels like learning uncomfortable truths. Feels like this bullying, this heartbreak might be something that you've been exploring or experiencing in this lifetime. Others taking advantage of you. Others that were meant to love and care for you, breaking your heart. And it feels like you're learning a new way of being. Fighting for your heart healing. And it's working. With the Six of Wands, it feels like you're having a very public success with this new way, new perspective. Feels like you're not allowing people who aren't for you close to you. Feels like it's been a journey to recognize who really is for you and who's not. Feels like those have been some uncomfortable truths. Moving on to hidden blessings. We've got the Two of Wands in reverse. There's a lack of strategy here, a lack of moving out, a lack of passion. Feels like you're resting. There's an exhaustion here. It feels like you've been through quite a battle. It's been quite a fight. And there's a level of exhaustion here. Time to rest after the fight. Why is this a hidden blessing? What do we need to see here? Okay. So you're resting after a battle. Feels like it's been a long haul, a lot of battling, a lot of fighting. It's taken a lot of your energy. And there's something new in what's hidden with the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Cups and the Fool card in reverse. It feels like you've learned a new way to relationship. You've learned a new way to create relationships. I'm curious what this Fool card is. Someone's reckless. Not. Someone's reckless. They're very much out of balance. They're reckless. They might be drinking a lot. They're impatient. This energy feels very impatient. Who is this? Yeah, with it's someone coming in quickly. But I'm not quite enjoying how they're showing up. Like they've got an idea. They're feeling very out of balance. Yeah, I get the feeling that you're not interested in any type of toxicity. It feels like it's really, it feels like you, wow, it feels like it's hard to hook you into any type of toxic behaviors. It feels like it's you know too much. It feels like you can't be love bombed. It feels like people need to approach you correctly. But someone, it feels like this person coming in, they just don't want to be alone. Or they've been alone for a long time. There's something, it feels like you're not trusting whoever's coming in. There's a wariness about them showing up in this reckless, out of balance energy. What they're saying, it feels like it's not hitting the right notes. But there's something about this person coming in, very passionate. They want to create happiness with you. They want celebration. So I've got the Two of Cups here. Page of Pentacles. A lot of wand energy here. And the Justice card. So it feels like this person is coming in with this loving messages, a new way of relationshiping. Feels like you're exhausted and not pursuing or trying to find this person, but it feels like they're coming towards you, communicating. They want a celebration with you. Anything about the Justice card? What do we need to know about the Justice card? Jeez. Hierophant and Three of Pentacles. And in this image of the Three of Pentacles, there's two people. This feels like someone coming in. There's something that you're not liking how they're approaching. It feels like it's hard for them to approach you correctly with where they are and with where you are. But this is a connection, a relationship with Justice and the Hierophant that is happening for you. It's justice. It's fair. And it feels like this person very well could be lasting. that they want a marriage contract. We're getting Justice, Hierophant, Four of Wands. That's a wedding celebration, a contract. Wow. It's in the hidden blessing, so maybe this hasn't shown up, or maybe if they have shown up, you're like, the way this person is showing up, it feels confusing at the beginning, maybe with what you've been through. It's something, it's a weird start. It's confusing, and it feels like you're not sure if you want to invest in this person or not. There's something about communication. It feels like this person shows up and then there's no communication. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. It feels like there's potential in this energy of a connection, a loving connection, someone willing to put in the work, willing to put in the effort. That this is justice for something, the heartbreak that you've gone through in the past. Yeah, not getting anything else. Let's move on. All right, what you're leaving behind is the world. Feels like you're leaving behind everything that you knew and starting over. Leaving behind a whole world, a whole way of being. Feels like you've ended that cycle, and so you're going to leave that behind. Feels like a lot of painful lessons. It's everything that you've ever known. So this is, it's a double-edged sword here. You're leaving it behind. It's not for you any longer. It's no longer there, but it feels like you are leaving everything that you've known. You're leaving what you thought was going to be your happily ever after. You're having to leave a lot behind without a plan, without strategy, following your gut. It feels like you've had an awakening or a series of awakenings, that this what you're leaving behind was too small for you. There's something new that you're heading towards. And it also feels like you're leaving behind people who are just determined to judge you negatively. Yeah, you're ending that cycle too. Feels like maybe in this lifetime, one of the main things you've been exploring, what's been in the unconscious and the subconscious, is being around fake people. People who play both sides, who tell you what you want to hear. And it feels very confusing figuring out who really is for you and who's not. So it looks like you're leaving behind two-faced people, inauthentic people. All right, how to get the most of this energy is death and rebirth in reverse. A lack of transformation. A lack of transformation, a lack of changing. Someone who can't change. Someone who's determined. Let me just switch decks. What do we need to know about how to get the most of this energy? What do we need to know about the death and rebirth card? Three of Swords again. Heartbreak. So it looks like the environment and the people in this lifetime, maybe your South Node has been around heartbreak, around allowing people who feel very comfortable with betraying you. Feels like there's no transformation. It feels that there's a person or a group or a belief in a group that allows that it's okay to treat you poorly. I think there's a recognition that you're not going to get love and care and fairness in this environment of death and birth reversed, Three of Swords. Nothing's going to change in this environment. You're not going to be treated fairly at some point. You're not going to be, oh, whoops, we didn't mean to treat. That's what you get from that person, that environment. It's not going to change. So if you're trying to get something out of someone, it feels like there's this realization, this person, this group, it will never change. No matter what I say, no matter what I show. And so with the Fool card, you just have to go on your own way. You have to take a leap of faith somewhere else. It feels foolish to stay in that type of environment and expect anything to change. I think for a long time you might have tried to, because they took advantage of your insecurities. They felt like you would never move on from this energy, that they could mistreat you forever. Feels like you were giving your power away to this person, this group, trying to convince them to see you differently so you could have a different life, so you could be different. I think at some point you took the middleman out. You realize, I'm never going to get a fair shake from this person, these people. So I'm just going to cut them out and focus on myself. I don't think they were expecting that. I think they expected you to be tied to how they perceive you, because you have, feels like most of your life, allowed how others perceive you to affect how you perceive yourself. How to get the most of this energy is not taking that middleman out. I'm no longer going to be in connection with people who cannot perceive me in any other light than in this betrayal, in this heartbreak. All right. What's supporting you is the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're waking up. At some point, it feels like you believed what this person told you about yourself, that you were limited, that you were the problem. Something's wrong with you. But with the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're no longer drinking the Kool-Aid. You're no longer seeing things the way this person, these people want you to see things. They're no longer controlling the narrative. They're no longer controlling how you perceive yourself. You're starting to see the reality, the truth. Wow. And you've got your own path, the Muse of Inspiration. It feels like there's a pathway opening up for you, or a pathway that you have found as you've separated from this energy and learned a new way of being, a new way that's not based in your heartbreak, a path that you're fighting for. And it looks like you're finding a lot of success on this pathway, despite the challenges that you've had. Someone consciously trying to block your ability to have your own experience, boy, you really have had like someone sabotaging you internally, making you believe that you're less than, and also telling everybody in the environment, blocking your ability to have what you want. For those of you who have detached from and are no longer anywhere around these energies, and you might be wondering, well, how are they still trying to sabotage me? What's going on? For you, I'm perceiving there might be an internalizing of a saboteur. You might have had bullies externally, and when they're not around, you're still arguing with them inside. You're still split inside. You still have them, their energies negatively, like negative self-talk. You might have internalized some sabotaging energies. And it's time to end those cycles with the World card. It feels like you're ready to end this sabotage and self-sabotage. All right, what to be mindful of is the Tower in reverse. It feels like being mindful of people whose realities are collapsing. People who can no longer control their environment. Can't control the people in it, can't control the story. And it feels like they're desperately trying to find ground, find control the narrative. It feels like these people are incredibly sad, grieving the loss of control. Grieving that people are seeing them truthfully. Seeing their woundedness, seeing how cruel they've behaved, unloving, uncaring, how they're blocked. They're unable to move on. Things aren't happening. Things are stagnant. And you've got this star quality. You're full of hope. You're very unique. What you've gone through, it feels like you've chosen healing. You've chosen a new route, despite all the odds against you, despite sabotage. Here you are, healing. Feels like someone wanted to leave you unloved and without options, out of balance, and unable to move on, but that's right where they are. That's what's happened to them. And it feels like if they're still trying to do this, if they're still talking about this, I think people are recognizing that they haven't moved on, that they're just out of balance, that they're trying to play old games. It feels like this person is very sad, but they don't learn anything. Again, I'm getting lies, deception, no learning of a new way of being. They can't stand anyone being loving to you. They can't stand that you have opportunities, that you have strategies, that you have plans. they're very tied and focused on your happiness. Okay, and in the hidden blessing, we had a relationship coming in, a new relationship, possibly a love relationship, that this is justice, that this is maybe lasting, leading to happiness. And in the outcome here, I'm also getting that love messages are coming in, and that it looks like you let your guard down. There's something about these messages that are very authentic, very loving. It feels like these messages, it feels like this person, you feel safe and comfortable around them, like your inner child feels safe. These are very, very sweet messages. Anything else we need to know? Anything else about this Knight of Cups and Page of Cups? Wow. Six of Swords. It feels like it's very healing to move on. It's very healing to your nervous system, to be around someone who really does care about you. I know that sounds like duh, but it really feels like you have experienced a lot of the people closest to you treating you with Three of Swords energy, heartbreak, sabotage, not wanting the best for you, wanting to purposefully hurt you, wanting to block your abundance, block you from moving on. And then this person comes in and they're very sweet and very kind. And it feels like this kindness, this sweetness, this authentic type of sweetness helps you heal your nervous system, helps you reset, rebalance. Wow. All right, that's your reading. I hope this was helpful. Take care.